So guys, welcome to our channel once again. In today's video, we have here these 10 questions to answer on the topic ecological concepts. So guys, this video will be about ecological factors. So in short, stay till the end of this video. So let's start with the first question here. It says, which of the following is an abiotic factor which affects a population? A. Parasite. B. Temperature. C. Consumer. D. Predator. So guys, the answer to this question is option B here, which is temperature. The only abiotic factor here is temperature. Actually, abiotic factors are the non-living components of the ecosystem. So that's it for this question. Let's consider the next question here. Question number 2, it says, which of the following ecological factors will result in food shortage? A. Topography. B. Low rate of reproduction. C. Immigration. D. Drought. So, guys, the answer to this question is option D here, drought, which is a long period of dryness. We already know that a long period of dryness will result in food shortage, since actually plants need water for their survival. So let's consider the next question, question number 3. It says, which of the following physical factors is likely to affect the distribution of plants in a pond? A. Wind. B. Temperature. C. Light. D. Humidity. So guys, the answer to this question is option C here, and that's light. Light actually affects the distribution of plants in a pond because it's necessary for photosynthesis. So in a pond, light can actually be a limiting factor for the growth of the plants at different levels of the depths of the pond. So the plants that require more light, that's the more light requiring species of the plants, will actually grow more on the surface, whereas the ones that require less of the light will grow in deeper parts of the pond. So that's it for that question. Let's consider the next question, question number 4 here. It says, which of the following soil types have a high capillarity? A. Sand and clay. B. Loam and sand. C. Silt and sand. D. Silt and clay. So guys, the answer to this question is option D here, and that's silt and clay. Both silt and clay actually have very small pores, and this will contribute to a higher capillarity within them. So guys, that's it for that question. The next question is question number 5 here. It says, which of the following environmental factors is not considered in a terrestrial habitat? We have A. Humidity. B. Turbidity. C. Temperature. D. Sunlight. So guys, the answer to this question is option B here, and that's turbidity. Actually, turbidity refers to the clearness of the water, and since we are referring to the terrestrial habitat, we don't have anything to do with the water bodies, and that's it for that question. Turbidity is out of the game here, and that's the answer to this question. So let's consider the next question, question number 6 here. It says, which of the following treatments would increase the rate of transpiration in a potted plant? A. Putting it in a cupboard. B. Placing it under a fan in a room. C. Placing it in a cold room. D. Smearing grease on the lower surface of the leaves. So guys, the answer to this question is actually option B, that's placing it under a fan in a room. So guys, the reason for this is because of the fact that actually strong wind is one of the factors that affects the rate of transpiration in plants. So the stronger the wind is, the higher the rate of transpiration, and vice versa. So that's it for that question. Let's consider the next question, question number 7. It says, plant A was seen to appear as plant B after 7 hours. Study the diagram carefully and answer this question. The environmental factor responsible for the condition in plant B are A. Low humidity and high temperature. B. High humidity and high temperature. C. Low humidity and low temperature. D. High humidity and low temperature. So guys, the answer to this question is option A here. That's low humidity and high temperature. So let's look at the next question. Question number 8. It says, what is the critical limiting factor for plants below the photic zone in an aquatic ecosystem? We have A, availability of nutrients, B, intensity of light, C, availability of water, and D, carbon dioxide concentration. So guys, the answer to this question here is option B, and that's the intensity of light. So let's look at the next question. Question number 9, it says, in water culture experiments, the culture solutions are protected from sunlight in order to A. Control the temperature of the culture solution, B. Prevent algae from growing in the solution, C. Prevent the minerals in the solution from being destroyed, D. Allow the minerals to be used up at room temperature. So guys, the answer to this question here is option B, and that's to prevent algae from growing in the solution. So finally, let's consider the last question here. Question number 10, it says, the capillarity of a soil refers to A, proportion of water soil holds, B, the size of the soil, C, how easily water passes through the soil, D, how well water rises up in the soil. So guys, the answer to this question here is option D here. That's how well water rises up in the soil. And this is where we end this video for today. So guys, if you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not yet a subscriber. Also, if you have any specific question regarding this video, you can drop your question on the comment section below and we'll ensure to give you a response. So we also want to encourage you to join our YouTube channel community by hitting the join button below, and we'll see you right there. So thank you once again for watching this video, and see you on the next one.